And we're live. Fresh off our bye week, we're back today with another morning sports session. I'm your host, D Banks, and as always, my colleagues, Denzel, Patrick, and Jarrell. As always, we'll be covering some of today's hottest sports topics, including the Mayweather-McGregor fight, the Kyrie trade, and the NFL recap. As you start your session and we start ours with the first pick. First thing we'll talk about, guys, the Floyd Mayweather-Conor McGregor super fight. Did it live up to the hype? What do you think about it?
I believe it did. I'm satisfied. How about you guys?
Was it worth the pay-per-view price?
Hey, my bank account's
It was
looking
what I
better today than yesterday, so that's all that mattered to me.
I mean,
we talked about.
I got exactly what I expected.
And what was that?
I good spectacle. Honestly, fun fight to watch. I was a little bit surprised by how aggressive Floyd was and how entertaining it was because, I mean, Floyd has disappointed in his last few fights. And
yeah, Floyd came out super aggressive.
Last night was exciting.
Floyd stood in the middle of the ring and did not do what everyone always says he likes to run. Floyd stood right there in those first 3 rounds and took those punches.
Yes,
and I watched the interview of him, and he said, specifically, this was his game plan.
Yeah.
In the first 3 rounds, he wanted to test them, and we seen it. Now that you look at it, he threw 28 punches total in the first 3 rounds. Only landed 12 of them. But what you don't realize is what Floyd was doing was he was testing his power to see if, like in the first round, he wanted to see if Conor could hit him. And once he took a punch from Conor, he said he went back to talk to his dad. He said, "Oh yeah, those punches, I could take them.
Yeah,
I could take them. We can stick to our game plan. Let him get real tired." And by the round 5, what do we see? He was red in the face, and Conor was already looking like he was.
This is
snot nose.
Yeah.
Red face,
I mean,
dying to the corner.
We knew that this was coming. We called this so long ago.
No,
Conor could
not
not.
everyone, though.
He did not have the gas tank. He could not go. A whole.
Yeah, no.
Like you can't go with. He doesn't have a good gas tank in MMA. He is gassed out in fights.
Now I'm gonna give Conor some credit real quick.
Yeah.
He fought great.
Conor came out strong.
He fought good.
He did. He to me was crazy. He fought technical,
That's
and
where
that's
he
where a lot
messed
of people.
up.
But that's where he messed
No,
up.
That's where he
that's where he
lost
messed
the
up
fight.
because he fought against the best technical
Yeah.
fighter.
tried fighting
But for
boxing.
me,
He tried
realize
outboxing him.
Yeah.
he tried. Yeah, you can't outbox Floyd.
Exactly.
But for me, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna give him credit considering he tried it. And a lot of other people, he landed 111 punches. Pacquiao only landed 81. So
and went 2 more rounds than that.
yeah. Well, it did.
Pacquiao
So
went
you're
full
saying
12.
and only landed 81.
Yeah.
So I give McGregor
I
credit
give
for
him
that.
his credit. This goes out to all the people who didn't accept the fact of what it really is.
Yeah.
Like, how many times did people try to explain Floyd? Like, I don't know what it was. Conor just I understand he gives people hope and all that, but like when you don't want to listen about the reality of boxing, and when you come into the boxing world thinking you're just gonna take over in a brawl battle, like you're gonna do whatever. No, that's just not how it works.
And
Floyd's a tango.
I hate to make this a race thing because I don't, but because all the people that were around me that actually cheered for Conor, I know they're not racist, and I understand that.
Yeah.
But it was crazy to me to see how Conor was able to not convince people, but he really had a lot of a following. We know he had 99% of the bets were placed on him in Vegas, but I think
of course, he got the odds.
86% of the money was on Floyd.
Yeah. But even the odds play a factor in it. But that's not the only reason why Conor had so many bets in Vegas. People like Conor. Conor has a big following. I think
Floyd's been a villain for a long time.
The way he gets in front of the stand, he gets in front of the fans, talks about Floyd's little head and all that. He really got in people's head.
I think it's
really
his voice. Sometimes I think it's just his voice. His voice is what
That accent.
Yeah, you hear it. It's just so. It's so likable. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he tries to bully. He tries to bully everybody else, and it makes people think, well, he really can win. Look how he's bullying Floyd. Look how he's walking all over Floyd.
He tried too.
He did,
but when it came down to it, and Conor took it. He took his loss like a champ. He took his loss like a real champ.
he was drunk right after.
The thing is, I don't.
Niggas pay out of his
Honestly,
career. Turn up.
I thought it was gonna go the whole thing, and the fact that it didn't is why I'm kind of Although I do, like I said, I gave McGregor credit. I'm gonna take some away from him because I haven't seen Floyd try to be able to knock anyone out in like
in a long time.
25 fights.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Exactly, but that's my whole
not
thing.
25, but like
people
25.
people knock him for him not knocking people out. Well, his knockout that just finally came was against everyone's greatness, Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Like somebody who's never been knocked out or TKO'd throughout his whole career. His
was
losses were one
surprised.
It
submission.
was in the ninth round, really, 8th or 9th round when
They
you,
should-
when you
they could've
really
been stopped
when
way
you
before,
really
but-
started seeing like Floyd's going in for the kill. Floyd's trying
Yeah.
to end this thing.
Yeah.
Something that we haven't seen for
In a
Floyd
long
in a
time.
long
Yeah.
time.
Long time.
Yeah.
He looked like he looked hungry last night. He wanted to finish.
And I couldn't believe it because he was taking punches. I've never seen Floyd get hit that many times, and I've watched a lot of
And you know
Floyd
what's
fights.
crazy?
Head jerking hits.
Yeah.
Like, where you literally like
Yeah.
noticeably see that his head snapped back.
Let's address the stoppage was not too quick. The stoppage
No.
was by the boxing rules. I understand why Conor would think that way.
Yeah, he's a
Because
UFC
he's
fighter.
a UFC
They're ready
fighter.
for boxing's not
He
bad.
wants to be able to go until he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But at the same time,
Boxing rules, people die all the time.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
UFC fighters have died in the
Yeah.
boxing ring. Like that constant bashing of like that's what's gonna mess you up.
So after we seen McGregor fight last night, and we seen that he's actually or 2 nights ago I should say. So now that we've seen this, do you guys think that he's gonna stay with boxing?
No point. No reason.
think-
No, but I think that
No,
Dana
but
White has
Dana
a
White-
problem on his
Yes,
hands.
Dana
Yes.
White has to come out of pocket.
Yes, and I mean, honestly, in my opinion, if I were him, I think I would take another boxing fight, another boxing match. I would go against Paulie.
That's the
We're good and
It's a good spectacle.
we've been building. We built this fight. We could build another one. We already built that little rivalry. Poor Paulie.
I mean,
Let's
he
get him in the
already
ring with McGregor.
yeah.
I'm sure it'll sell.
He already said before, maybe I'll go for Pacquiao.
Yeah,
Maybe he will.
yeah, maybe he will, and I think it'd be smart.
Canelo Triple G's fighting tomorrow. Maybe he goes for one of them. Like, you
Yeah.
never know.
Hey,
You never
he don't want that problem.
know what's
Yeah,
going
he
on.
don't want that problem.
He
bro.
doesn't.
No.
He
You've
doesn't.
seen a
but
video
you
of
not that
Canelo
problem.
training, bro. You've
Hey.
seen Canelo.
All I can say.
I will say Conor impressed me for the first your
Yeah,
first
definitely.
boxing fight. You haven't done this, and
In
you just trained for
years,
9
yeah.
months.
Hey, Floyd saved
It's
man.
impressive.
Conor saved Floyd a little bit because I don't know if Floyd would have been able to be a regular top tier boxer at this age
Last night
to get his 50th win.
Last night he would have lost to a lot.
Yes.
But you also
he fights
he
Canelo.
would've
He
lost-
fights Canelo like
but
whew.
you
He
gotta
would
put
have
it-
lost to Canelo last night.
He
if
fights
fought
Triple G like that.
Don't
Yeah.
forget. Don't forget the
For
fact
sure.
that he admitted, and it was all known that his training wasn't even like a real fight.
No.
No, I know.
He
I know.
didn't train for
He
this.
did it for the
He said
people.
he
He was
has-
selling
he
the
did
fight.
spar in
He
6
hasn't sparred
months.
in over a month. Yeah,
And he was selling the
Was
fight.
it a month?
he has.
It was longer.
6
than
weeks.
6 weeks.
He openly
weeks
admitted
he
that he
hasn't
was
sparred.
trying to give the people what they wanted, and he said he guaranteed the knockout, and he got it done. I mean, I can't believe that he really did it. He knocked him out. So
I just want people to give props. I mean, like, because before this fight happened, you know what it was. Everyone was on the Conor bandwagon. Everyone was guaranteeing that Conor was going to win. But now that Floyd wins, it's just an amateur versus a real boxer.
Yeah.
Don't discredit Conor like that at
Yeah,
all.
no.
You cannot discredit Conor. Conor's a warrior, and he went in there and put up what other people couldn't do. But the fact of the matter is, he still lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
But
one
we
of
all
the best fighters ever.
Yes.
And we
Yeah.
knew that going in that Floyd was one of the best fighters
Exactly.
ever.
It's like-
Conor put himself in a position he shouldn't have put himself in.
Yeah, no.
But you know what? Actually, we can all agree. I'm not trying to end this on that, but like we can all agree.
that he did.
We would have took that fight too. We was gonna become a 9-figure.
That's why. No,
we was gonna become
he's smart
9
because-
figures.
He's smart
We did
because
that
Conor
ring with
knows he
him.
hasn't been getting paid,
Yo.
but who's the man to get him paid? Floyd
Floyd
Mayweather.
Mayweather.
And this
And
is
he did
why,
it.
and that's
Exactly.
why,
And that's why-
Dana
I respect
White,
him.
There's
Dana
no
White has a
hostility
problem
between them.
on his hands.
Yep.
If you're
Yep.
Conor McGregor, what's your incentive to go back to the UFC and fight for $8 million? Fight for $8 million. You just made $100 million. What's your incentive to go back and fight for $8 million?
Potential
You need to
collaboration.
show me more. You need to show me more,
think-
or
no, I
he
think-
knows he could be a boxer.
I know what you're about to say.
Money team?
No,
Money team McGregor?
I think McGregor's pride doesn't allow him to do that, but I think he does. I think they become friends, but I think he takes pages out of his book and creates his own.
Businessman.
He
You don't
creates his own
think
production.
he's a
Why would
businessman is a great guy to do
Why
business
don't you
with.
just get your own McGregor team? Not McGregor team, but your own
Oh, definitely.
promotions.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I
get
can
your own.
definitely see that, but
Because now he proved
Yeah.
he can fight with Floyd,
Yeah.
boxing,
He could be a-
any combat
yeah.
sport. Like, I mean, I hated it, but like me and Kenny always talked about it. He wanted to see because if Conor wins, he becomes the greatest combat athlete right now
Yeah.
in both sports.
Yeah.
Like, because he beat Floyd, everyone wants to fight him now.
sure.
So like, I mean, even though he lost, it's still that way. So I think anyone
Got a
that,
good payday.
yeah, and he's gonna get richer.
Good for Connor.
He's gonna get richer.
But
Shout out to Floyd. Thank you for
best
getting me
ever.
paid, buddy.
50 and 0.
So we're all
50 and
satisfied
a-
with the pay-per-view.
TV.
Great fight.
Yeah.
As we move on to the end of our first bake, and now we're on to the burn round. As we had our bye week, the NFL didn't, so we got a lot to cover in that aspect. What are some of the highlights from the NFL this week?
Well, before we start with the highlights, guys, let's talk about the low point of the week.
Darth Vader.
How Sway, how
Goodell.
Because he works for the owners. He
Roger
doesn't-
Goodell, NFL commissioner.
Roger Goodell got a contract extension to 2024 because he works for the owners and he doesn't work for the players. He doesn't work for us.
But listen, dude, I know he doesn't work for us. But since he became the commissioner in 2006, he has already had one lockout under his watch, and he has another one guaranteed to come in 2021. How? I don't.
Do you know how?
Hold on.
Because the owners
he
want their
is
money.
not paying the players. That's who. The players. I mean, the players. Yeah, they can say so much, but at the end of the day, Goodell works for the owners, and the
Yeah.
owners make buku money.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see because
the fact that he was able to pull off a deal, although there was a lockout and we almost missed football.
and we're going
But in 2011, but
We're going to
he
again.
was able to pull off a 10-year deal. That's something that
Yeah,
that
for the
that
owners.
isn't done
Yeah.
for a long time. It doesn't matter. That's what he was supposed to do. He got the
That's
deal
not what he
done
was-
for 10 years, and
But-
now we don't have to worry about.
But see,
it till
my problem with the
2021,
deal that he
but-
got done, my problem with the deal that he got done then, and the one that the players have, the problem that the players have is the fact that when the owners didn't like the deal, they were able to opt out.
Yeah.
The players weren't able to opt out. I'm
No.
telling you, we're going
And
to
that is
lose
messed
football.
up.
We're going
And-
to.
and that
I
is
know.
messed up.
Under Roger Goodell,
they're-
we're going to lose it.
I believe it. I believe it's going to happen. But at the end of the day, the NFL brings in billions and billions of dollars.
Billions of dollars.
Like that. At the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
They will put it on hold for so long, but how long? The players. Put it this way: there's enough players that want to play football that a lockout ensuing is not going to affect the NFL.
that depend on football.
So it's cool
Enough
to
money
y'all.
tied in.
Ex-
So,
yeah.
but no, but so,
Players
so
need
you're telling me that it's cool that
It's not cool. I
the
know,
third
it's not.
highest paid person in sports since 2008, A-Rod, Kobe Bryant, Roger Goodell. So yes, the NFL does make a lot of money,
I
but
did not know that.
bro,
Yes.
the NFL makes a
makes
lot of money,
bread.
but he is the third highest sports figure since 2008.
He's the
no,
face
messed
of
up.
the
It's
biggest
messed-
brand.
It's
the
messed
biggest-
up, and I'm
biggest
tired of it.
brand,
Like-
the biggest sporting company
how?
in the nation.
Why don't the
Ironic.
players have a say so in this? Because the NFLPA should have a say so in the fact that he is getting he got extended. Why don't they?
It's all part of the bargaining agreement that they agreed to.
No, and I'm tired of it, and I hope in 2021 they don't get it done again because it's ridiculous.
I know they're gonna have to lock out.
He's been really
we agree
he's been
with that.
really inconsistent.
And you know, yeah,
He's the
you know
worst.
we don't.
and I hate him.
The
And
suspensions, look at what he did to
is
Zeke. I'm
bad.
tired of this.
Bro, I
He is
agree.
bad,
I
but,
do
but
not.
he is good for what he.
He's a good
Working for the
businessman.
owners.
For
Working
He's
for
a-
the owners.
No, I don't care.
It's sickening. I wish there was a
I
reason
don't
we
care.
could not even have to extend him. He could be fired and shipped away, and we not know who Roger Goodell is ever again. I
Good.
agree with you, but the man makes bread.
Makes
For them,
money.
for himself, he's
That's
selfish.
That's what the
He's
NFL is
selfish.
about. The owners.
Yes, and look, and that's why
That's
we're
the
dealing with stuff
brutal
that's going on with
business of
Kaepernick.
it.
That's why we're
That's
dealing
the
with what's going on with
brutal business side
Kaepernick.
of
We
it.
allow this, and I hope that in 2021 they don't come back.
Yeah.
Take football away from us. Show them. Take the billions and billions away from them. They need it. It needs to happen
Yeah.
because this right here symbolizes to me what's wrong with
It's gonna be
football.
like the movies. They're gonna get some replacements, and
Exactly.
the owners are
As long
gonna
as
be
there are
great.
young, hungry athletes out there. that
Someone's
need
gonna
check,
want to play
someone's
on
gonna
that
play
team,
football.
man. That's all I'm
the
saying.
NFLPA
I
told
get it.
players.
I get the.
You're right.
I get the movement.
You're right.
Bruh, hey.
But no, I don't care. I don't
Shouldn't
care.
have to be like that.
I don't
And that's-
care. I'm not playing. I'm boycotting if
Hopefully,
Rodgers.
the new agreement can stop things like that.
Hopefully,
Instead of
yeah.
forcing the
Yeah.
players to whether it's feed my family or take a stand. Hopefully, there's
All it
Yeah.
is the players just want NBA money, which
All right. Okay.
Yeah, that's a whole
no.
nother
All right.
argument,
All right.
you know
Man.
that?
All right. What else is going on? in
I
football?
want to ask you something. How are you feeling
I knew it was
about
coming.
Julian Edelman's
I knew it was
ACL?
coming. See, I was about
Julian
to.
Edelman,
I was really
Patriots
gonna
receiver,
listen. I was gonna
torn
skip
ACL.
over it. I was about to ask you, was there any preseason? All right, bro. Okay, we lost him. But
Straight to
we'll
the
be
injury
okay.
report.
We still have Gronk,
and Chris
healthy,
and Danny
and
Amendola.
and B Cooks. Go ahead, say it. And we just got Delaney. Not Delaney. The other tight end that we just brought back in. From the what's his name? Walking. No, not.
I don't follow the Patriots, bro.
I can't remember his name. But you're right. I'll know it after this Well, you know what? Go ahead. Talk about your
You know
injuries.
what?
We'll be okay.
This guy.
What's going on with you?
It's actually
Clearly, the injury got him flustered because he's off
it is
his
a pretty
game.
big loss.
Scouring
It is
to
a
pick up
pretty big
players.
loss when you figure what he did for you guys.
All right, but we
Over his
listen.
career, what he
You're
did
right.
in the
Okay.
Super Bowl.
You're right.
In the Super Bowl, you guys wouldn't have won without Julian Edelman.
You're right, but you can say the same thing about we would have won if we didn't have Wes Welker when he was dropping Super Bowl catches against the Giants. We replaced him and we will replace Edelman. You know that. Amendola.
Edelman made the play.
What?
But Edelman made the play in the
I love
Super
it.
Bowl.
I don't care if
Edelman
Edelman
won
made
the
the
Super
play.
Bowl.
I don't care.
You're
I
not
love
gonna
watching
replace.
you
You're not
square.
gonna
This is
replace
great.
it
This is great.
that easily.
All right.
It is gonna be a decent loss. Obviously, you guys have.
Yeah, I mean we have a lot of. We still have a lot of
Gronk
players.
coming back, so it'll be alright. But
He'll be all right. You got to be cooked.
That's still
Yeah,
a big
but
loss.
it is a big
my
loss.
big
Get
disappointment.
well soon to Julian Edelman.
How is Blake Bortles named the starter of the Jacksonville Jaguars?
because by default, Chad Henne didn't do anything.
Bro, yeah,
Chad
that's Chad
Henne
Henne.
did not.
he's just a fallback.
The younger
Blake
of two
Bortles
evils.
performed better than Chad Henne. Chad Henne
Yeah.
performed awful. Blake Bortles performed bad. Therefore,
Go with the
Bortles
younger guy
wins.
you already paid.
Yeah, I mean, for one where you.
How you feel about this? You know how we feel. Go Cavs.
That's all I'm gonna say.
You
what am I
like
gonna
you
say?
know how we feel
Cap's
about
a
this.
bet-
Like
Cap's a better choice, but what they have right now, Blake Bortles should be the starter because Chad Henne.
Just because he was drafted number 3 and he's
Kaiser got the start too.
Because he's a better. Because he's a
Kaiser,
better.
that's
Cleveland Browns camp. Deshaun
Now
Kaiser
I am
rookie.
excited
you
about
made
that.
some good
I'm
predictions
excited
this
about that.
offseason. You made some good ones.
you did.
You started off our first ever NFL topic with Kaiser, and look at him.
The Browns.
Look
and
at
the
him
Cowboys. Now look at him now.
Look at him.
Watch
Look
it.
Actually, heard Osweiler's on the trade block.
Listen, John Elway kind of does look smart now, considering he got rid of him. He signed him to that big deal, and then he said, "You know what? He's not worth it. Get him to Houston."
Get the money
And
out
then
of there.
Houston said, "What? He's not
the
worth
money
it.
out of there.
Get him to Cleveland." And now look, he's stuck in Cleveland.
Get the money out of there.
Get him out of there. So I mean,
Cleveland never even brought him in with any purpose to have him on the team. They
No.
brought him in because they wanted the draft pick from the Texans.
Yeah, that's
The
exactly
Texans just
Happened to throw
just
him in
went
there.
threw him in
Just
there
happened
to
to
get
lose salary
rid of
cap.
his
But
how much you
contract.
take
They wanted to
Brock
get rid of his
for
contract.
I like it. I mean, even though it doesn't work out for Cleveland with him, it's
Yeah.
smart because he is still tradable. So
Yeah.
obviously there was a lot of going on this week, but that's big time for Kaiser. Like,
Yeah.
that's your.
We'll see how he
planted
does. You know
that
who he
seed,
got
now
week
he's-
1.
As we wrap up the burn run, things heat up as we come to the blaze point. The hottest topics right now: the Kyrie trade, Kyrie, the Celtics, Isaiah Thomas. What's going on?
Fellas, it finally happened.
I did it.
I think at this point we just have to go with that it did. So in looking at that, what is going to happen with the fact that Kyrie is now a Boston Celtic and the Celtics shipped an injured Isaiah Thomas to the Cavs is
I think what happened, real quick. I don't mean to cut. Real quick, the trade involved who? Isaiah.
Cleveland got Isaiah, Jay Crowder,
And a first round-
first round pick.
Zizit,
And
and the Nets first round pick next year,
Which is-
unprotected,
which will probably be a
which will
top
probably
five.
be a top 3 pick.
top 3.
I think
So,
top 5. I think
lottery. You
I
said
think
lottery.
D'Angelo's gonna have a good year. But go ahead.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But
Ice in the
so that's a lot. That's in all. And Boston
Hit the
gets
shot at Rutgers.
one. Boston gets solely Kyrie Irving out of that trade.
That sounds like a perfect deal for the Cavs, but
Yeah.
It
all
is
in
a good
all-
deal for the. It's not a bad deal for the Celtics, but it's not a great.
no,
But they didn't win.
Yeah.
Cleveland won the
The
trade.
Cavs got better. with
Cleveland
this
won the trade.
and they're
Yes.
gonna only get better.
if Isaiah is healthy though, that's what I'm leaning.
And that's what I'm
towards.
saying. And they're going to get better because the fact that this trade may get vetoed. We're not sure yet, but we're going to assume that it's going to go through. But once it does, because of the fact that Danny Ainge tried to pull a fast one,
Yep.
he tried to.
Danny Ainge
He didn't
did.
want the Cavs to know that Isaiah
Shady.
may or may not be there at the beginning of the year. Now it's looking like he definitely probably won't be there at the beginning. I mean, he definitely won't be there at the beginning of the year.
Will he be there at all?
At all. So the Cavs are going to be trying to get more. So those 4 pieces that they already got, they're probably going to get another draft pick or Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. So
If they can get
I want
Tatum,
Tatum.
if they can get Tatum
Cavs have to get
to
Tatum.
come in and help
Cavs have to
right
get
now,
I think the
that's
Cavs.
another
think the
wing.
Celtics are gonna
That's
start with
another
Tatum.
wing for them that they need.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
That'll be huge.
But they
for them.
they have Jeff Green already. We have LeBron. We
Yeah,
got Crowder. We have J.R. Smith. We have Iman Shumpert who just requested a trade. We have all these wings. My opinion is we need to We need to get one wing, and that one wing that's in New York. We need to go get him, Banksy. I'm calling it now.
That one we go.
We need Melo
Right now.
No, he doesn't.
He wants to get away from
He
New
wants to
York.
get away from New York.
But he keeps telling them he only wants to play in Houston.
No,
so,
he said he wants
so
to
right
go to
now,
Houston.
Dolan's not even looking. Why would he even look at
he
other
said
offers?
Houston, but what was the other team that he said? Yes, Houston was one of them. But what was the other
He wants to
team?
play with
Cleveland?
LeBron, of course.
Exactly, and when we all know, not just me and you, we all know that Dwayne Wade is about to get that buyout. And once he ends up in Cleveland, we're gonna do it right here. We're gonna talk about this right here, right now. If Dwayne Wade ends up in Cleveland, all right, now you have D Wade, J.R. Smith on the bench. You have Iman Shumpert. You have all these pieces that you can trade
Trump's
away.
gonna be gone. Trump's
Gonna get traded, and once you could trade him, what do? Who you trading him for? I say he goes back to New York. You package in one of these first round picks you're gonna get from the Knicks. You give him and Iman Shumpert, Channing Frye. It doesn't matter who.
And you know
send him
the
up
Knicks want
there.
the draft pick.
You send him up there, and now we're keeping Kevin Love. Or you just give Kevin Love for him now because we're only trying to beat the Warriors. It's time to beat the Warriors. We need a lineup that can beat them. You
Tatum
get
will help us beat the Warriors.
no, he will. He will, but not.
He will.
Yes,
No,
Definitely.
not right now.
Not right now.
Not
he
right now,
won't.
but under Braun, listen. Think of it in an aspect.
We need
Cavs are trying to keep
Melo.
Braun.
We need Melo because Melo's a guaranteed
D-Wade
scorer.
first, Melo won't come in. I don't think.
We need Melo.
I think if D Wade comes to the team, just D Wade, Cleveland and Isaiah, assuming Isaiah is healthy.
Yeah, we're still thinking.
Cleveland is ready.
No,
Cleveland is
D Wade is not D Wade of old. I love D Wade,
D-Wade is
and Reese is
35
gonna
years
and
old.
Reese will
He's
want
so-
to.
But
No,
exactly.
it doesn't
He
matter
comes
if
in
you're
for
saying this, but he's not
he
D
comes
Wade
in
of
for
old.
key roles, right?
Yeah,
like
no, he's gonna
the NBA
start.
Finals against the Warriors.
No, but he's gonna start. We need to
Regular
get.
season
We
don't
need to
matter.
get Hoodie Melo.
Tough defense.
Y'all need to
Regular
stop
season
this.
don't
We need to
matter
stop this. We
anymore.
need Hoodie Melo.
I agree.
need
I agree.
Hoodie
The
Melo.
Cavs
You
need
need
Melo.
Hoodie
but-
Melo.
We won.
Melo-
I'm tired of this.
I love Hoodie
Bro, we
Melo.
need that. The I'm telling you, they said LeBron didn't GM this before, man, this year because he GM'd it last year. Isaiah Thomas's contract is going to be up. Chris Paul's contract is going to be up next year.
LeBron's
We get
gonna
D
be
Wade
up.
now. You trade for Melo. You already have LeBron. You have three of them. Chris Paul sees that. He's like, oh, I'm going to Cleveland. Now they got the banana boat right here in Cleveland.
I don't believe they're going to build the banana boat.
Why not?
That's Cleveland's best
Why
hope
not?
and wish to keep Braun.
Yeah, that's the
I
best
feel
wish.
like-
And I told you that
but I
before.
feel-
That's the best wish to keep him. Get it here now.
But there
will they-
are
I
other
feel like
options.
I feel like the banana boat will be elsewhere.
But they can get the
banana
buy.
boat could just as easily
in
happen in
Houston.
Houston.
No,
You can just
no,
easily
no,
happen
because
in
D Wade won't
Houston.
start there. D Wade's not starting in Houston. James Harden's not leaving. Yes, it does matter.
Exactly. I don't think
it does
D-Wade- I
matter.
don't think
Does
it
a
matters to
35-year-old
D-Wade.
D-Wade deserve to start in here?
Yes,
I don't
D
think
Wade
a
is D
35-year-old
Wade.
D-Wade would want to start.
Yes, he does. You know
coming in
this.
for key
D-Wade-
roles.
Not on
I'm
that
going
team.
any team
He's
I go
on
to.
another
as D-Wade, I'm
team,
starting.
D-Wade
On
coming
another
off the
team,
bench.
yeah.
No.
On that team,
Chris
I don't
Paul,
know.
James Harden.
Bro, no. He's coming to the
Melo
Cleveland
Bron, are you
Cavaliers. He's coming to the
serious?
Cleveland Cavaliers. D Rose is coming off the bench. JR's coming off the bench. Crowder's coming off the bench. Jeff Green's coming off the bench. D Wade is not coming off the
No,
bench.
JR and Shumpert.
What? Shump's gone.
Exactly. Well, okay, then JR is. Yeah, they're all under D-Wade on that team. I'm talking about if they were in Houston with a James Harden thrown on the banana boat.
You're right.
Yes.
You're right. But
He'll take that back seat, bro.
You're
for that
right. He's
ring.
gonna take that back seat.
He wants that ring.
He's gonna take that back seat, but
Does he?
at what
He got three
cost?
already.
Yeah.
Who would
At
have
what cost? That's
Who
gonna.
would want
He
more?
might take a backseat if he goes back to Miami with Dion
No,
Waiters. Like,
no,
come
he's not
on.
going back to, that's why he's going to
He
Cleveland.
might.
Dion's
Like,
on the rise.
No,
he might take a backseat to Dion Waiters in Miami.
And
So
where he
that
will.
shows
I
that
ain't
D
gonna-
Wade.
No.
So that shows that
I
D
feel where
Wade
he's coming
is
from, but I ain't
playing.
gonna attest to that. because
no.
Not in Miami.
D-Wade is
Not in
not
Miami.
doing it.
That was Miami, but
Dion
still.
Waiters.
They
get
have
money
wanted to
down
put.
there.
They have wanted to bring
That's
this
Wade
four.
County.
They have
That's
wanted to
Wade
bring
County.
this four together for how long? You really think that they're going to come together and D Wade's not going to be an integral part of it? He's going to be the sixth man? No.
Yes.
It's not happening, dude. It's not happening.
All right,
bro.
so what about the Celtics then? Are they going to be the team to beat Cleveland?
No.
If we're speaking all this,
no,
they're not.
because
I'm
it makes
asking.
them
I'm asking
closer.
for the
It makes
Celtics
them
fans out
closer.
there. Like, what's Kyrie going to be able to do with the Celtics? Is
what I think the Celtics need to do this year, they're going to be the number 2 team, but next year they need to put all their crabs in the bucket and go try to get Boogie before the Cavs
They
try
need
to get
him.
him because they need a solid
Yeah,
big man.
bro.
Because Al Horford's decent, but he
he's
is
a-
not.
he's
Or
more of
another
a
thing,
shooter.
or another
He's
thing
more
they
of a
could
shooter,
do.
yeah.
I know.
He's not no
I
big
hate
man
to do
at
it
heart.
to you, Banks. I do, but if y'all are gonna keep throwing them up for grabs like that, go out and get
Boston needs
Porzingis
to get
because
Porzingis.
New York keeps foolishly
Dangling.
dangling
They're
him around out
dangling
there.
him, bro.
So
Do they want him or
go
not?
get
They
him.
want
So,
him.
so
I think that
Boston
was-
should go get him.
They ain't dangled him since Phil's been gone.
Like it was more so just to see what we could
They
get,
keep
what
doing
it
it
would
though.
take
No,
to get Kyrie.
they did it again.
Yeah,
They
It
keep
was-
doing it.
because
They
Kyrie
keep
Irving, this is
dangling them
different.
out
was
there.
Who are the
so
Celtics gonna give the
Can we
Knicks?
get a fair
Who are the
split?
Celtics gonna give the Knicks for
But you're
Porzingis?
gonna
Al
keep putting
Horford.
him on the trade block.
They still have a bunch of draft picks.
If I'm them, exactly. I'm
They
trying to
could
get
give-
Boogie.
they could
I'm
give
trying to
Jaylen
bring. I'm
Brown.
trying to bring in
Or
They
Boogie.
could give
Anthony
Jalen
Davis.
Brown and a bunch of
Anthony
draft
Davis.
picks.
Anthony Davis can also be traded.
You're right.
New Orleans is gonna get rid of one
One of them too.
at least.
You think?
Might get
Yeah,
rid of
they're not
them.
gonna-
If they can't build around them, you
They're
think they
not
get
gonna
rid of
keep
them? I think they need
Yeah,
to.
I think it's
As weird as it is,
Well,
New
one of
Orleans
them
isn't
are
showing us.
One of them-
I think it's
enough
Boogie though. I think they don't get rid of
I
AD.
believe it's
Don't show
Boogie
the
too. I believe it's
What?
Boogie too.
New Orleans isn't showing the patience for him because if they only had a little bit of time together last year and they're already talking about shipping Boogie, they're not having the patience to let them build together as two big men.
My opinion though,
Like,
Isaiah
AD.
Thomas is on the Isaiah Thomas is on the move. Let him go down there to New Orleans next year. Like let him because I don't think he's staying with the Cavs longer than this year. And unless
yeah.
if LeBron
It's all-
stays.
they're all free agents around the same.
But I think if
time.
LeBron stays, it's the idea that I just told you guys about the banana boat. That's the only thing that can keep him there, and they have the
LeBron
ability to get it
controls
done.
the landscape of the NBA.
A lot of people, a lot of different teams have
And
have
LeBron
ability
could
to
be
pull
one
off
next year.
banana
LeBron
boat
could
now
mess
that-
everybody's whole agenda up by just swapping to the West.
All right,
Then what is going to go
Let's
on?
just let it go.
That
Shout out to the
already-
2018
That is a
offseason.
story for another day.
Shout out to the
now
2018
featuring
offseason.
Marvin Bagley.
Oh my, exactly.
As
Imagine
we
him.
move on from the
Bron. Oh,
and
That's
that
why
brings
I
us to
think
the
he
end of the
should
Blaze
take
Point. And now we come to our last segment, guys. Everyone's favorite, the last hit. We're gonna do that today as a group. Guys, who we speaking on? Who we passing the last hit to?
John Bone Jones.
Bonehead
Listen,
Jones.
maybe we should give him.
Goat.
Hold on, we're not giving you the last hit. You don't need it. You don't need
No,
nothing.
you don't.
You're ridiculous.
We're gonna take the hit. You listen.
Yes.
Look, he deserves to be looked at as innocent
Until proven guilty.
Until proven guilty.
Yes.
So until we get all the complete facts and they investigate this and we find out for sure.
What does
But
it
if
stand right now?
John, if you felt if you fell for steroids, again, I'm not buying it. Last time it was Viagra, Cialis, whatever it was. I bought it. I'm not buying it again, John. I mean, his camp says that they spent the last 12 months trying to avoid this. Then how does it happen? I don't understand how this happens.
What's sad to me is, John, you could literally walk. You're walking this earth. There is no one that could say they can beat you. I personally believe that. Like, and I would have believed in you against Brock Lesnar. You called him out, and I believed in you against him. And then you pull this bonehead move, and it's just like, what are we supposed to think? I just don't get what I'm supposed to think. Like it's
The greatest of all time. I think he still is the greatest of all time. But now
it's tainted.
But now
It's
he's
truly
tainted.
tainted.
he's also
It is.
he's also the greatest that could have been because
If
there's
this
still
comes out
so
to be
much
true,
more.
if this comes out to be true, he gets a 4-year
Guys.
ban.
He-
He's
and
done. He's
there
done.
could be so much more, and
Guys.
it's done.
He's done.
It's all,
John
it's all over.
Jones has broken his silence. Times like these remind me how blessed I truly am. So much to be grateful for.
Oh, so now what? He's thinking bigger than the sport.
Life is
Wonder
bigger
why
than
he's thinking bigger than
fighting.
the sport? Because you're a bonehead. That's why you're acting like that. You finally get that you made mistakes. We've all made mistakes, and we've got to that point. He's accepting it. Good job for you, John Jones. You're finally accepting that you're a bonehead or a dickhead.
Are you
You're lucky I
done?
can't say it.
Don't
just saying.
come at Johnny like this.
No, I'm sick.
Give him
I'm
his
sick.
time.
No.
In due process, we'll see what comes
No.
out.
We'll see.
No.
Like Pat said,
No.
I agree. Like
He's guilty.
I've trusted his excuses before.
Bro, he's guilty.
We'll see what's going on.
He passed the first 2 drug tests.
He's
He passed the
guilty.
first 2 drug
So
tests. He
be-
failed
so
the one
because-
on the night of the fight.
so because
Exactly,
of
so
that,
he tried to
Either
cheat.
you're really that boneheadish,
He really
we're gonna
tried to
find out,
cheat.
or you're that.
Tried to cheat.
Or
Or-
was it a bad drug test? It happens. That it's not. It
Yeah,
wouldn't be the
not-
first time.
yeah,
this
no,
would not
not
be
at
the
all.
first time
Not
that
at
they
all.
made a
Not
that
at
they
all.
made a
He
mistake.
tried
with
to
the drug
cheat and
test,
got
so-
caught.
All right. Well, let's turn it to the fact. How do you
Rules
think
are
Daniel
rules.
feels?
Daniel, who said
I feel
it?
bad for Daniel.
Daniel
I
cried his
feel
heart
bad
and
for
sold
Daniel.
out.
The
Sold
only
out
way
after
you
that
can beat
fight.
me is
Look,
on
like he
steroids.
I
said-
don't even care. Daniel,
He believed that John was just a better man that night, but now he doesn't know what to think.
How
Well, at
could
the end of the day, I do believe that John Jones is better than Daniel Cormier, regardless. But
I agree with you?
if
on
you're in that situation, how would you feel?
How would you feel
And
if
then
you
now,
got
now
into
you're
it?
like, maybe he's not. Maybe I
Get it
should have whooped
together.
his ass. Like,
Nope.
Think about how he felt. I mean, he got knocked out. When's the last time Cormier's been stuff like that?
Knocked out bad, like convincingly beat.
Yeah, like head kick to the canvas, like knocked out. That's what I'm saying. So like that alone takes a toll on a fighter. So then to come and find out you lose your belt after losing the first fight to him, when you knew what this like he said when he lost. Oh well, he beat me 2-0. This isn't really much of a rivalry, huh? So that's messing with his head. And then to find out that he might have beat you because he's on steroids. And like I said, you saw him crying after the fight, not knowing anything. Just I lost. Tears
of passion.
Shouldn't even have been on camera. Like you don't know if he was concussed or what.
Yeah,
but the man was still went out there, did his thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't know how he would bounce back mentally. John Jones is going to be out for at least 4 years if this comes out true. So it's not like they would be probably fighting again. No. But I feel like Cormier would definitely have to be the champion again.
That's going to wrap up the last hit. It's also going to bring us to the end of our show. It's been a great one. From everyone here, my esteemed colleagues, your hosts, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page and come back tomorrow for another morning sports session. You matching?